Ron, thanks for joining me today. So just a bit of background. Has anyone here heard of Layer? Layer 1 Disrupt in San Francisco a month or two ago. So, okay. So not too many people, so this would be great. So as a bit of background, Ron Palmieri is the co-founder of a number of companies you've heard of. Google Voice is my favorite, also OpenDNS. He is a co-founder of Prism Skylabs, which came in second at Disrupt a year or two ago. And most recently, he's the co-founder of this company that's called Layer. The companies he's co-founded are either have been sold for or are currently worth, it's well north of $200 million. He's sort of the consummate repeat entrepreneur. And you know, we at CrunchFund, we love working with him. Ron, can you tell me, first of all, tell the audience a little bit about what Layer is? And if you're an app developer, you definitely want to pay attention.
Yeah, so the simplest way to describe Layer is it's the open communications layer for the internet, which means it's makes it extremely simple for developers to build rich messaging, voice, or video into any web or mobile app in minutes.
All right, so you're Stripe for communications on apps.
Yeah, so exactly. The way we like to position it is you wouldn't build your own communication or map stack or payment stack or analytics stack, and if you want to allow your application to have messaging built into it, you shouldn't build your own communication stack. So
one thing I like is our companies in general, they usually have at least one headcount entirely devoted to messaging. You allow that to, you allow them to sort of use that headcount for something more interesting.
Yeah, and especially as you scale messaging, so there's things like offline message buffering, synchronizing across devices, building in high quality voice or video into an app is also challenging. So we solve those problems at scale.
The core team is actually from Europe, right?
Yeah, we have actually DNA, as I kind of like to describe it, from a couple different companies. Tomasz Solfa is my co-founder here as well. He founded a company called Vox.io that had a tremendous set of engineers that built a nice mobile application. We also have OpenDNS guys who are scaling out the infrastructure. OpenDNS is scaled to billions of transactions in DNS, never gone down in 7 years, and then also some Grand Central Google Voice guys.
So you have obviously you'd raised some angel money beforehand, but not much, and so you have some terrific news actually to share on stage after your win at Disrupt.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I mean, it's really tremendous. To win at Disrupt is just an incredible accelerator. So we actually raised, in addition to the 1.5 that we had raised before Disrupt, we raised an additional $6 million, and from a tremendous group of angel investors and among CrunchFund as well, and that we've moved into a new office. We've been able to hire some new people, so it's just been an incredible jump start to the business.
So you've raised now like
$7.5 million, yeah.
Okay, and so winning Disrupt, it was good for you.
Yes, it was excellent. Yeah, it's really it's a tremendous boost. You mentioned Prism Skylabs that I also did about almost 3 years ago. It's just a great accelerator.
Now, in your previous company, you actually lost Disrupt. You came in second.
Yeah.
And you said that really pissed you off and motivated you.
Yes.
So were you really sad that day that you didn't win?
Well, it was certainly nice to have the exposure, but I thought we should have won.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And do you have any advice for whoever wins, the finalists, and what they should do and how they can take advantage of winning?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think the key is just to really know what you want to do from an execution standpoint. One of the benefits is you get a lot of attention. One of the challenges is that a lot of things come at you that may not be the most important thing for the business, so just stay focused on executing the business.
If there are app developers that want to look at using Layer, I know you're just getting started, but what do they just go to the Layer website?
Yeah, so it's layer.com, and we announced at Disrupt that we wanted 50 open slots for our beta. We actually got 3,000 applications for the 50, so it was a pretty incredible response. Really, the best thing we can do is we're looking for people that are trying to do extremely interesting things. So just reach out to us, and we'll hopefully have a chance to work with you soon.
Are there any app developers out here who think Layer might be a good idea to build into their apps? Again, like you have to have messaging as part of your app. Yeah, there's a few, not many actually.
Awesome.
Maybe, and I think some people are just not awake, which is another problem.
How many are building communications into their application today?
So you've also had some big hires, so to help with hiring. Can you announce those hires?
Not all of them. A couple of them are still unwinding out of their most recent positions, but probably the best get that we've had so far is the the individual that built and scaled OpenDNS's core infrastructure just joined us, and he's just an incredible talent at highly
So
skilled.
you're poaching people from your previous company that you founded.
Well, you know, that company's 7+ years old now, so these guys have already...
How does the CEO of OpenDNS feel about you poaching people? That's awkward, right?
You might have to ask him yourself.
What was the valuation on this round that you just raised?
Yeah, we didn't disclose that.
So I know that because I'm an investor.
I know, but you shouldn't disclose it.
And it's perfectly fine for me to say.
Well, you can characterize it, but I'd rather not use the exact number.
I could characterize it
As high, as an example, the valuation, but I'd rather not put a
actually,
number.
I just want to kind of say it, but I don't know if
No, don't say
actually really don't.
Don't say it.
Okay, well,
It was a great round. We were very fortunate to have the support of excellent investors.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's excellent, and I know the news just broke on TechCrunch as well. And you're handing the Disrupt Cup over to today's winner.
It'll be my pleasure.
So you only got to keep it for like a month. So
I think this is the European Cup, if I'm not mistaken, but you know.
all right. Thanks very much, Ron.
All right, thank you, everybody.